Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the World of Juice channel, and welcome to a new little mini series that we're going to be doing here on the channel. I did this last year, I think on Madden 22. Maybe I did on Madden 21. No, it was Madden 20. I'm pretty sure I did on Madden 22. I did it at the beginning of the year. It was kind of like a little buffer series while we were waiting on the whatchamacallit, the scouting update that we were supposed to be getting. But then it was delayed, and then we eventually got it. It was the whole thing. So this, I created this little mini series. It was like 10 episodes or something, where I took the New England Patriots, my favorite team, and I simulated one full season per episode to try to win as many Super Bowl championships as possible in those 10 years. And so I'm going to bring that back. That's what this first episode is going to be, and that's what the subsequent 9 episodes afterwards are going to be. This is the Patriots 10-year challenge on Madden 23. One season per video. I got that backwards. One season per video. We will go through the entire regular season. We will go through the entire off season, and we'll see every episode if we can win a Super Bowl trophy and how many we can win in that time frame. And we'll also see the development of some young players like Mac Jones, like Tyquan Thornton, like all these guys that the Patriots have gotten that are younger that may not get the chance to develop in real life. We'll see how they develop in Madden 23. So I hope you guys enjoy this little mini series. It's going to be coming out the same day as, so it's going to basically be double uploads for a few days. So you guys enjoy that. So it's not going to be the 3 o'clock video. It's probably going to be a noon video, I would guess. Maybe we'll go back to noon. I used to do noon and 3, or did I do noon and 6? No, I didn't do 6. I did like noon and 3, something like that. But we'll go. This will probably be the noon video for a few days. So that's how it's going to be. We're going to do 10 years. One season per episode. Hope you guys enjoy. 10 episodes, 10 years. Let's see if we can win the Patriots a lot more Super Bowls. They have 6 already. Can we get them 6 more? Can we get them 10 more? That's probably a little asking too much. We're not going to win one in season number 1, I don't think. Let's go find out how we do in this first season. If you enjoyed this kind of little mini series and want to see me do it with another team, leave it down below in the comments. Let's get right into it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's do it. Here we are. It is 2022. We're at week number 1, Patriots versus Dolphins. We know how in real life this didn't go very well for the Patriots. And hopefully we can change that. We are going to be doing a full season like I mentioned in the intro. The draft class, I will only be doing one real life draft class. I will be doing the 2023 NFL draft class for season number 1. That is it. Then we will be doing auto-generated draft classes the rest of the episodes, the rest of the 9 years. But I just wanted to get these rookies into the class. Then we can go and do auto-generated guys. So that's what we're going to be doing. That's fun. So we'll have those guys in there for the first season. We are the head coach. We've taken over. Bill Belichick's been showing his pink slip. He has been fired, unfortunately. He's a Hall of Famer. It was mutual the way that we sent him out. We both agreed that they were going to fire Bill Belichick. He was going to step down, I guess you could say. And they've hired me to take over the New England Patriots. It's a new era. It is a new era here in New England. No more Tom Brady. We've got Big Mac. Mac Jones. Will he be the quarterback that leads us to the Super Bowl? Who knows? I don't know. Last year, he developed fairly well. I think he got up to superstar development into the high 80s. And he was the quarterback the entire 10 years. Will he be the quarterback the entire 10 years this season or this time around? I don't know. Running back doesn't look great. Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson, solid running backs, but not the running backs that I'm looking for to be the bell cow for a Super Bowl team. Wide receiver looks pretty shockingly bad. Jacoby Myers is decent. There's Tyquan Thornton, speed threat. What does he got as a speed? What did they give him? They gave him 95 speed, 91 acceleration. We're definitely going to get him in the slot. Let's do that right now before we forget. Specialist, slot receiver. I want, can I get him in there? Can I get Tyquan Thornton? I might have to do that on the defense or on the actual depth chart thing, but we're definitely going to put him in the slot so he can get as much play time as possible. On the offensive line, it's good. We've got rookie first-round pick Cole Strange, who hopefully will develop into a superstar development left guard. That's the goal. We've got David Andrews still. We've got Trent Brown, Michael Onwenu, Isaiah Wynn. The tight ends are okay with Johnny Smith and Hunter Henry. On the defensive side of things, it's a little bit different pace. Old is the pace. Matthew Judon is here, but he's like 30 now, right? Yeah, he is 30. How does he still not have a face scan? That's criminal. But he is getting up there in age. His prime may be gone. It may be past his prime. The defensive line is shockingly bad. The corners are slow and not great. Free safety's not amazing. Devin McCourty's older, but he's still pretty good, but he's not amazing. Linebackers, other than Matthew Judon's, not great. This whole defense is just not amazing at all. We're going to have Kyle Duggar start at strong safety. And other than that, it's just not a great-looking squad. Not a lot of talent there. We're going to have to definitely make some things happen here. We're going to put Tyquan Thornton at starting kick returner and starting punt returner. We're going to get him as many reps as possible. I'm also going to go and make him the starting slot receiver in the actual depth chart, so I don't forget that, because I definitely want him to get as many reps as possible. So we're going to go down here, Tyquan Thornton, 95 speed as the number one guy there. Hopefully he can develop into something. That's the goal right there, is for him to develop into something. But it's going to be a rough one. It is going to be a rough one. Our season goals, 4 wins. I think we could get 7 wins. That's what I'm going to commit to. I think we could get 7 wins this first season. Hopefully everybody develops. But what I'm thinking for the team, quarterback is going to be fine for season number 1. We're going to ride with Mac Jones. But next offseason, Justin Herbert is a free agent. So we're going to probably look to bring in Justin Herbert if we have the money, because that would be pretty cool to bring Justin Herbert to New England. No shade on Mac Jones. It's just depending on, I guess it all depends on how the team is looking. If we bring in Justin Herbert, that's kind of signaling that we're ready to go for a Super Bowl right now. If we stick with Mac Jones, then we're kind of a little bit more towards the development side of things. Running back could change. Certainly wide receiver will change. Offensive line, I don't really mind in year number 1. I think it's fine. Tight end's fine. Defense is where we're going to have to change some things. We're going to have to get some better defensive linemen. Got to get somebody that can rush the passer other than Matthew Judon. We got to get some better corners. Corners are not good. Linebackers are not great. Other than that, free safety, strong safety is fine, I guess. Devin McCourty is a little bit older. He's what, 33, 34? 35. I was a year off. He's 35 years old now. He's going to be retiring anytime soon. So the defense is definitely in a worse position than the offense, but I like the way that this is shaping up. It's going to be a challenge, and that's a good thing. We're looking for a challenge here in New England. So we're going to start simulating, although I maybe want to make a trade or two just to start things off here. That could be pretty interesting. We have $29 million in cap space. Is there anybody that's like taking a bit? Actually, hold on. Let me go to the actual salary cap situation, see who is making a ton of money that we just don't need. Is there anybody on the team? I know the Patriots don't pay a ton of players. So let's go to this and see who's making a ton of money. Matthew Judon expected to make that much money. Jonnu Smith is not that great. Devontae Parker has a big contract. Davin Goodshow has a big contract, so that's 2 guys right off the bat that I'm not particularly interested in. Kendrick Bourne is same thing. Dietrich Wise, same thing there. Nelson Aguilar for sure not safe on this team. So it's basically wide receivers or skill position players, and then a couple of guys on defense. Okay. So right off the bat, what could we get for one of our wide receivers that are pretty expensive? What could we get right off the bat for one of our expensive receivers? Preferably Nelson Aguilar. What can we get for Nelson Aguilar? Let's do the get offers thing. Brian Pringle, Joseph Asai, Isaiah McKenzie in a 7th is interesting. But we already have a player. Julio Jones is a little bit older at this point. AJ Green, same thing. St. Juice, that could be interesting. Bring another young corner to the team. Quez Watkins is really fast, but we already have that kind of player with Tyquan Thornton. He's actually not getting Mekhi Becton, A.J. Dillon, C.J. Henderson, Jayon Brown in a 5th. Wow, okay, so Nelson Aguilar is actually not getting that bad of offers. Wyatt Davis, Dylan Raduns. Every team is interested in Nelson Aguilar. There's some very intriguing ones. This Raiders one's intriguing. This Panthers one's certainly intriguing. The Packers with A.J. Dillon. Mekhi Becton from the Jets is intriguing because we could move somebody over to a different guard spot, have Mekhi play right tackle. Or we could have Isaiah Wynn move to left tackle, trade Trent Brown. That could be a possibility. So there's some options here. There are some options for Nelson Aguilar. What about for Kendrick Bourne? What are the options for Kendrick Bourne? Zach Moss, DJ Jones, Ronnie Harrison. There's Julio again. AJ Green. St. Juice. Do we pass on Benjamin St. Juice? Am I saying his name right? I don't even know. So they don't want to give us... They don't want to give us Mekhi Becton for Kendrick Bourne. Bringing in Julio Jones could be pretty fun. Give Mac Jones a nice veteran receiver, one of the best of all time. We'd be also getting Raheem Nunez Roach. You know what? Let's bring in a veteran Julio Jones. I'm going to make that deal. That's a massive trade that we just made. It frees up a little bit of money. Not a whole lot of money, but a little bit of money. And then we go to the adjust the lineup, and Julio becomes... Does he become our number 1? Julio becomes our number 1. Devontae moves over. That hopefully doesn't mess up our... Hopefully that doesn't mess up our slot receiver, Tyquan Thornton. We do have to cut one player really quickly, but I will make sure that slot receiver is still Tyquan Thornton. Slot receiver is now not Tyquan Thornton. Jacoby Myers. So we'll switch that, and switch that. Tyquan Thornton now is the slot receiver once again. And I think that we are going to go and start simulating now after we cut this one player. Ronnie Perkins or Sean Wade, Carl Davis. We're going to cut Carl Davis. He's not good. No offense to him. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Just not good at football. All right. So we are going to simulate. We're going to start simulating here week number 1 against the Miami Dolphins. Are we going to get a W right off the bat? And it is 24-17. We get the win. Okay. We go down to Miami. Mac Jones gets a crucial upgrade point already. That is awesome. And we're going to give him field general. He's up to a 79 overall. If Mac Jones could get superstar development in the first season, that would very much change what I'm thinking for how we approach our quarterback position. Jonathan Jones also gets an upgrade point, so he goes up to an 82, playing up to an 83, which is awesome. He's got star development as well. Raekwon McMillan also gets an upgrade point, and we'll give him field general because I feel like Raekwon McMillan is a good field general. So he goes up to a 70 overall. I do like Raekwon McMillan a lot. But now we play the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't want to jump into this game. No, I don't want to do that. 1-1 versus 1-1, going up against TJ Watt, X Factor pass rusher. We get our first mock draft of the year, which is good. Are we going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers? Start 2-0. No, we get blown out 28-7. Okay. Understandable. Steelers have a good team, at least a good defense. Sean Wade and Nelson Aguilar get upgrades. We will auto upgrade those. And we've got 29 things. We've got a game plan against a elite quarterback, which is Lamar Jackson. And it looks like Bryce Young is the number 1 overall quarterback for the first mock draft. Then we've got Trenton Simpson, Will Anderson. If we could maybe get Will Anderson, that would be really, really cool. That could be really, really cool. Who do they have us taking right now? They have us all the way down here taking Robert Scott Jr. I'm probably not going to take a lineman, an offensive tackle, unless they're like absolutely the best player available. But if we could somehow sneak our way up to the top half of the draft and get a guy like Will Anderson, that would be amazing. That would be really, really amazing. We're just going to focus on the... Let's see. We're going to focus on... We're going to focus on the West region. We'll set that as our focus. And then we want to focus on middle linebackers. We'll scout that. Scout middle linebackers there. I know that our scouts aren't really in position to do that, but hey, it is what it is. So we are going to go to next week. 1-1 versus 1-1. Come on, boys. Let's beat Lamar Jackson. Beat Lamar Jackson. Come on, come on, come on. There it is, 21-7. Big time win. And we get a QB check-in with Mac Jones playing against the Packers this week. 2-1. Already better than what the Patriots are doing in real life. Let's do this QB1 check-in with Big Mac. What's he got to say for us? Coach, we're approaching the end of the first quarter of the season. What do you need more out of Mac Jones? Carry the team or build chemistry? Let's build some chemistry with the boys. Let's build some chemistry. Beat the Packers and score 4 offensive touchdowns. That's yikes right there. I mean, we do have 21 points against the Ravens, but that's going to be pretty tough to do. 2-1 versus 2-1 on the road in Lambeau. Come on, Mac. You need to do it. You need to do it. We lose 31-17, so he did not do near what we needed him to do. A couple upgrades for a few guys. And now we take the Lions at home. QB check-in with the press. Mac didn't do his job. I don't really have much to say about that. We have to be a better team. Yeah, you have to be a better team, Mac. I don't know what you're thinking here. Of course you have to be a better team. You sucked. Detroit Lions. Detroit basketball. All right, let's see if we can beat the Lions in Foxborough. No, we can't. We lose 21-16 to the Lions. Now we're taking on the 4-1 Browns in the dog pound. Tyquan Thornton gets an upgrade point, which is cool. So does Juwan Bentley. We'll give him run stopper. That's good there. Good for Juwan Bentley. Cole Strange also gets an upgrade point. You love to see it. You love to see it. We'll give him agile. Make sure that he gets that. I also want to make sure that he's getting focus training. So does I want to make sure Tyquan Thornton's getting focus training too. But we're going to upgrade Playmaker because Playmaker is the busted upgrade thing for, look at that, +5 medium route running. That is huge. So we're going to upgrade Playmaker as much as possible on Tyquan Thornton and on any receiver that we get. So I do want to go to weekly strategies here. Actually, I don't want to go to weekly strategies just yet. I want to go to staff training thing, whatever it is. I backed out too much, didn't I? Okay, let's go back to it. Oh my God, I didn't. Okay, let me go back to the autosave. Why does this game hate me so much? I didn't mean to back out that much. I was just trying to get to the stupid thing. Let me go to the autosave. Whatever. Yes, there we go. That's what I wanted. I pressed circle too many times. All right, let me go to the managed staff and then the franchise staff. And we can upgrade this so we can get the focus training. So let's go get you, get you, and not you again. And you, and then you. So we are close to getting the after-school tutoring thing. Spend those points. And then we can go and make sure that they are... I need to make sure that we have the right guys there. So let's go to the weekly strategy against the Browns and just skip through this team profile. Cole Strange, Tyquan Thornton, and Marcus Jones. Okay. I don't know if I want Marcus Jones getting that stuff. I'd rather have Tyquan Thornton's already there. I'd rather have, let's see, who do I want to have instead of him? I guess it could be him. It's not a big deal. But I probably would want to have rookie Jack Jones could be good. Yeah, let's put Jack Jones in there. Let's put rookie Jack Jones in there. That could be pretty useful. And then we will move on to the next week after the Cleveland Browns. Will we win? Probably not. Who gets an upgrade point? It is Barmore, Isaiah Wynn, and Chasen Hines are the guys that get upgrade points. Good for them. Can we beat the Cleveland Browns? 4-1 versus 2-3. We've got a tough schedule, that is for sure. And we lose 31-23 to the Browns. Not surprising there. We're 2-4, but we're going up against the 1-5 Bears. The Bears. So what will happen here? What will happen with these boys? We'll skip 2-4, 1-5. Come on, we got to beat the Bears. We're at home in Foxborough. We get to see another mock draft, which is good. Get to see where those guys are falling and moving towards. But can we beat the Bears? Yes, we can. 31-26. We beat Chicago. We're taking on the 2-5 Jets. When gets an upgrade point. Bailey Zappi gets an upgrade point for some reason. Is it Zapp or Zappy? I don't know. I've actually never heard anybody pronounce that, I don't think. But we have National Focus. for players. So we will go with set the focus scouting on that. And then we want to focus on defensive outside linebackers probably, right? Because that's what Willie Anderson is. But I'll go defense ends. We'll scout that because we do need defense ends too. So we'll set that as the scouting. We can take a look at the mock draft. Number 2 has Bryce Young being the number 1 quarterback. Paris Johnson Jr. has jumped up. Where has CJ fallen to? CJ Stroud, where are you going, my guy? You fell out of the first round? Oh, he fell all the way down to 23 with the Steelers. That is crazy. Where are we at? We are picking currently at number 10, Kayshon Boutte, or Boutte? I don't know how to pronounce your name, from LSU. All right. I'd probably prefer Willie Anderson Jr. if I was going to have to prefer somebody. I mean, I'd probably prefer Willie Anderson Jr. But that's pretty cool, though. Pick 10 in the draft. We're taking on the 2-5 New York Jets. Can we get another victory, or are we going to lose to them? We beat them 35-13. You love to see it. 4-4 on the year. Mondre Stevenson gets an upgrade point. Mac Jones gets another upgrade point. That's beautiful. You love to see it. He's now an 80 overall. Absolutely love to see it. Getting more upgrade stuff. And then we'll just go for that right there and auto upgrade those guys. Now we play the Colts at home again. But this division's up for grabs. The Bills are 4-3. This division is certainly up for grabs. Can we beat the Colts? No, we lose 35-28 to the Colts. That's very frustrating there. We'll simulate the bye week. And we make it to week 11. We make it to week 11. We got a prospect spotlight. We got some upgrade players. We got focus players. Damian Harris and Stuber are available for upgrades. Prospect spotlight. Who's the prospect spotlight? Who's the prospect spotlight? Tank Bigsby. He's climbing up the draft boards. He is a exciting rookie. Consider scouting Tank Bigsby. Okay. I mean, he could be something. You never know. We'll go into the focus player, choose our focus players. Obviously, one of them is going to be Willie Anderson. So, one of them will be Willie Anderson. Jackson Smith and Jigba will probably be the other one. And you know what? We might as well go for Tank Bigsby. Since they asked me to do it, we'll give him. So, those are the those are the 3 guys that I want to focus on, because you never know who's going to fall to us. All right. So, we actually have 65 staff points, so that's good. We can go in here and we can finish this. So we should be able to get that done. And then we should be able to get this, and then we'll have to wait one more week until we get the other one. And then once we get all this done, we can go over to the player personnel tree and start working on those things. That's the goal. That is the goal. So we will skip this game against the Jets. They're 3-6. We're 4-5. This should be the sweep of the Jets right here. 2-game sweep. No, we lose by a field goal. Wow, okay. Didn't expect that. We're 4-6 now. The division's getting a little bit out of hand. We're losing our grip on what we had here. We're now 4-6. The Dolphins are 6-4. Not looking amazing. We can now get that final staff upgrade that we needed to get. There we go. Perfect. And now we can go and fix that so we can make sure that everybody is there who we want to have there. That's awesome to see. But we also have 2 injuries. 2 new injuries to take a look at. And that is David Andrews, our starting center, out for 7 weeks. So he's out for the season. And then we have Matthew Judon with broken ribs. Well, that's not good. I don't know who our starting center is now. Who's the backup center? They got rid of Ted Karras, so who's the backup center? It's Ferentz. Great. Great. That's just fantastic that he's the starting center for the Patriots. But the team is looking very interesting because we are kind of up and down here. Tyquan Thornton, how has his season gone so far? Let me take a look at your stats on the season. He's got 10 catches for 103 yards. Did they take him out of the slot? They did. They put Nelson Aguilar. Stop taking my guys out of the slot. I hate that Madden changes that. Don't do any changes to my depth chart. Don't do any changes to my depth chart. If I want Tyquan Thornton in there, then I'm going to have Tyquan Thornton in there. There's a reason why I had him up there. I want him to get better. I want him to get touches. Minnesota Vikings, 4-6 as well. We are also 4-6, and we are now 5-6. We beat the Vikings, and we have a breakout DB scenario. You love to see that. And we've got Cole Strange, another upgrade point for him. We'll just auto upgrade because that's going to give it to Agile, which is what I was going to do anyway. So Cole Strange starting to develop. Who's the breakout DB? Who is the breakout DB? It is Kyle Duggar. Okay. Kyle Duggar's got a chance to get superstar development against Buffalo. That is very, very good. You'll love to see that. I'm going to actually skip this week. It's probably not going to give it to me anyway. If I would have played it, it probably wouldn't have gave it to me. And if I simulate it, we won against Buffalo, so we're 6-6. And now we've got a breakout linebacker scenario. So we will take a look at if what's-his-face got it, if Kyle Duggar got superstar, and then we'll take a look at the linebacker spot. Hopefully it's Josh Uche or something like that. So Kyle Duggar had a pretty quiet game out there. No surprise there. He doesn't get superstar development. But we do have a linebacker for this week against the Cardinals. So who's the linebacker? It is Anthony Jennings. Okay, so he could go from normal to star, which is a little bit easier than going from star to superstar. Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued against the Cardinals, who are also 6-6, struggling on the year. Can we beat the Cardinals? We do, 28-24, and that might have been Anthony Jennings getting it. That wasn't the elite. Oh, okay. He didn't do it. Why even give me the scenario if you're not going to give it to me? 7-6 versus the 5-8 Raiders. Kyle Duggar and Tyquan Thornton gets an upgrade point. That's what you love to see. You love to see it. We'll give him playmaker. He's up to 72 now. We're at number 11. That looks really weird, but that's playmaker for you. And Kyle Duggar gets an upgrade point. Jack Jones gets an upgrade point. We will auto upgrade these. Taking on the Raiders. The Raiders. We have 33 staff points available. I think I'm going to wait a little bit until we can get more staff points piled up. But we will simulate this game. We'll probably jump in and play maybe one game. Maybe like do the moments for one of these final games towards the end of the year. And we win 28-14 over the Raiders. We are now tied with the Dolphins for the top of the division. We're playing good, but we're playing the Bengals, who are a really good team right now. The Bengals are, what are they, 9-5? Yeah, they're 9-5. Unstoppable force. We'll take a look at this. It is, Coach, you're tasked with facing the Bengals and their high-powered offense this week. Forcing turnovers is probably the thing that we want to focus on. Beat the Bengals and force 2 turnovers. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. But then we have trench boost, something for the offensive line. You love to see that. What is it going to be? Coach, your team was able to throw at will in your last win. You have to be excited about the offensive line's ability to keep the quarterback clean. Yeah, I am. I'm excited. Of course, they're doing pretty good. So the amount of sacks you allow against the Bengals will determine how much XP each offensive lineman earns. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, that's good. We're tied with the Dolphins. If we win here, we'll hopefully have sole possession of first place in the AFC East. And we lose 45-20, but the Dolphins also lost. So this game could decide the division. Wow, that's a big game. Mac Jones gets another upgrade point. We'll give him field general again. He's 81 overall now in his second season here in New England. This is big. We will auto upgrade the rest of these guys. And this is going to be the game that we're going to jump in. It's at Foxborough, which is good. We beat them in week 1 to start 1-0. Anytime you force any turnovers, I don't know what happened there. All linebackers will have +5 hit power for the next game. Okay. We must have forced some sort of turnovers. And then trench boost. How many things do we have to get or something? Back-to-back games without allowing sack. Ooh, that's good. We didn't allow a sack. So hopefully we're getting a lot of XP for the guys. Your entire offensive line has earned 10,000 XP. That's massive, especially for a guy like Cole Strange. That's awesome. Okay, so we're both 8-7. This game will probably determine the division here, because if the Bills lose, they're done because we play them next week. So if we win and the Bills lose, we're pretty much guaranteed the division at this point. So we are going to jump in and play the moments against the Miami Dolphins. So I will see you guys in that game, and hopefully it leads to a division title once again for the Patriots.
It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Dolphins and the Pats, and it's coming up next.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're in a very crucial AFC showdown in a winter wonderland here in Foxborough, Gillette Stadium. Look at Cole Strange out there. No sleeves, no tape, no gloves, just an absolute stud. 3rd and inches. We're going to go Damian Harris on the carry. Damian will get it, and he will stay up for a couple yards. That's awesome, so we get that. Get the first down there, continue moving forward. 3rd down alert again. It's 3rd and 7 this time, so we're going to have to work a little bit better. This is the first time I've used Mac Jones in Madden 23, actually, so this is going to be very interesting to see how he plays. Tyquan Thornton in the slot. That's what I wanted. He's got the speed to get away. Tyquan Thornton down the field to the 9-yard line. That's exactly what I wanted. It looks so weird to him wearing number 11. I might have to change that. I might have to change that. I don't like him wearing number 11. That's Julian Edelman's number. Just like there should be nobody wearing number 12. Mac Jones hands the ball off. It's Damian Harris. He's going to try to fight forward. We'll keep it moving. Julio Jones is actually out there wearing number 14. That's just gross. Can I break the tackle? I couldn't. Okay, so we'll hurry up to the line again. We'll go slant. This could be Julio. He wins off the line. Julio Jones touchdown, and the Patriots take the lead. Yeah, I'm definitely going to adjust these numbers because Julio Jones can't be wearing number 14. That's not what he wore. Number 11 actually in Atlanta, but he wore number 2 in Tennessee. Skip it here. Oh, they get another field goal opportunity. Let's go with an X dagger here. Tyquan Thornton's running down the field, but Hunter Henry's going down on a little underneath thing. I like that. Little delayed route. Throw that to Hunter Henry. Knocked incomplete. That could have been very easily picked off. Oh, we missed the field goal. That's not good. Dolphins making their way down the field. Can we hold them to another field goal? We do. That's awesome to see. But they get a touchdown. Okay. So we're starting to fall behind here a little bit into the 3rd quarter. Remember, this is a massive game. This is probably going to decide the division. Damian Harris up the middle of the field. Break one tackle. Damian Harris, easy. Cole Strange picks up an injury, which is not good. But Damian Harris just pounded through whoever that safety was. Had no shot, and it's going back and forth. We're into the 4th quarter here. We got to make a play. 3rd and 9. Matthew Judon coming off the edge. Tua. Will he get it to Jalen Waddle or Tyreek Hill? Judon around the edge. And that's going to be an incomplete pass. Matthew Judon forces Tua to make a bad throw. And it looks like we turned it over right away. Oh, we're going to lose. It looks like we must have turned it over right away or something. Because Dolphins got the ball right back and scored. I don't know what happened. Quick throw. There's Tyquan Thornton. Can he cut it inside? Tyquan. Big time play at the 3. And there's an injury for the Dolphins. Okay. We're going to give this to Damian Harris here. Texans are 4-11. Cut it back in. Damian Harris can't go anywhere. We're going to run it again. I think we can get this. I like the matchups that we have here. If we can just get one solid block. Damian Harris can fall forward. He's at the 1. He's at the 1-yard line. We keep it with Damian. I believe. I believe in Damian Harris. I believe. He got it just barely. He got it just barely. Good job. You love to see it. Make a play here on 1st down and 10. I don't know if we can make a play. 21-26. They're going to run it. Stop him. Tavai. Good job. Tony Pollard's in Miami now. But the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning has come and gone. All right. User Christian Barmore. 2nd down and 5. Barmore, I got bumped off the line. I was going to make the tackle, but then I got hit. So we've got to make a stop here on 3rd down. It just has to happen. 3rd and 1. If we don't, the game might be over. There's the snap. Oh, he's wide open. It's Jalen Waddle. That might be the game right there. Man, Jalen Waddle just found his way wide open in the middle of the field. Miami may have just come up to New England and stolen a victory. And we got to use another timeout. That's so unfortunate, man. This game's probably over. 2nd down and 10. 1 timeout left for New England. It's not looking good to beat the Miami Dolphins here. I don't want to use this last timeout until we get here, but that accelerated clock hurts. That accelerated clock hurts a lot. But it's better than making them punt the ball or making them waste it on the punt, I guess. There's the snap. Judon trying to break through. Matt Judon was in there. Stop him. Don't let him get... He got the 1st down. We just were running in quicksand. That's the game. I'm not saying we would have won if we would have got the ball back. But that is the game. We lose 26-21 at home to Miami. And we probably lose the division as well. Did Mac Jones throw a pick? He had to have, right? He did. On that, where we noticed that quick possession by the Patriots and the Dolphins scored right away. He threw a pick on that play and they scored, or they got a touchdown really quick. Either they pick-sixed it or something happened. But that is a loss to the Miami Dolphins by a touchdown, which hurts because we were in that game. We really were. A lot of upgrade points. I don't want to upgrade John Miller. I just want to auto-upgrade those guys. That's unfortunate. That's a big loss. That probably gives the Dolphins the division. I don't know if we beat the Bills and maybe the Dolphins lose. I'm not sure. I guess we can take a look at the playoff picture. Are we in? We are not in. So we have to beat the Bills, and still I don't think we'd be in. Even if we beat the Bills this week. Can we do it? 8-8 versus 8-8 for 2nd place in the division. We will lose 32-27. So the Dolphins won anyway, so we wouldn't have won the division, obviously. But we don't even make the playoffs because we lost. So year number 1, I guess you could count as a failure. I guess, if you want to look at it like that. Contract extended, though, because we did get more than our win goal, which was 7. I thought we could win more than 7 games. Do we need to hire a new defensive coordinator or anything? You know what? Let's shake things up a little bit. Let's fire our coordinators. Who cares? I don't care. We'll fire our coordinators. Are there any head coaches that we could hire? I don't really know. Probably nobody's gotten fired yet. Who's a better offensive coordinator for us? Playbooks, Atlanta, no. Detroit, no. Carolina, I don't really like that much. Jacksonville, Seattle, Minnesota, Houston. Ugh. These playbooks that they're coming with aren't very promising. Who do we want to go with? Josh McDaniels? You know what? Let's go with Luke Fletcher. We will hire this dude, hire Luke Fletcher to be our offensive coordinator. We'll go to defense, and we will look for Todd Bowles' defense could be interesting. Or was that offense? Harbaugh, Zach Taylor, Arthur Smith, Peterson, Saleh. I saw some interesting ones over here. Sean McDermott, Sean McVay, or Harbaugh. Let's go with Levi Cohen. We'll hire Levi Cohen to be our defensive coordinator. We have 247 upgrade points available for our staff. So let's do that right now. Let's go to the franchise staff. Let's go over to the player personnel tree, and let's make sure that this stuff is upgraded, because we definitely want to have this. So guaranteed user trade packages, upgrade all this stuff. Non-X Factor players are valued higher. Discounts, definitely want to have those discounts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reduce the cost of trading up is massive. 2% trade values. Perfect on that one. Let's see. Boost impact blocking for tight ends. Finesse blocking for offensive linemen. Let's go fullbacks, I guess, and then we'll go on the move there. So we'll go down the left side for that one. Doesn't really matter that much. All right, but we got the main things for the trade packages all maxed out. That's awesome there. But now we can simulate to pass the wild card and pass the divisional, pass the championship games, all that stuff, because we didn't make the playoffs. But finishing 8-9 in the first season is not as bad as I thought it would be. That's pretty much where I think the Patriots are going to be in real life, too. So we really needed that game against the Dolphins, though. It kind of sucks. We do have a couple Pro Bowlers, I would assume. So we go to the AFC side of things. We have Hunter Henry makes the Pro Bowl. That's one. We have still one. Is it just one Pro Bowler? Is all we got? That's what it looks like. Adrian Phillips, that's two. Okay, we get 2 Pro Bowlers. 2 Pro Bowlers in season number 1. Not a big thing. It's Colts-Packers in the Super Bowl. Colts beat us in the regular season. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? We'll find out. I'm going to say the Packers, Aaron Rodgers. I think that he can get it done. And he cannot. Colts win 34-23. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. We're going to upgrade all these guys. And we will start the offseason here. But we can take a look at season recap. So DeForest Buckner is your MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins NFL MVP, regular season MVP. Mike McCarthy, Coach of the Year. Robert Woods and Aaron Donald are the Players of the Year. Jamison Williams and Devin Lloyd are the Rookies of the Year. Okay. All right, so we're not there just yet. We made our staff moves already. We can go to re-sign players, and then free agency is going to be big too. We already know what the free agency is going to look like because it's basically the same thing every single time you simulate to the first preseason, or the first free agency period. We've got retirement. Is Brady going to be on one of this? Usually he is in season 1. There goes Julio, Brian Hoyer, Devin McCourty, and James Ferentz. Devin McCourty hurts because that's our starting free safety. That's a superstar development player. That one hurts. Trent Williams retires. Haven't seen Tom Brady yet. Some big names. Melvin Ingram just went. AJ Green's gone. There goes Tom Brady. He usually retires after season number 1 the majority of the time. So some huge names in this retirement class. Very interesting. And now we've got mock draft 3. Since we had 8 wins, we're probably not going to be at the top, and we're not. CJ, luckily, has climbed back up. Good for CJ. Where are we picking at? We are picking at pick 15. They have us taking Keely Ringo out of Abilene Christian. Is he really from Abilene Christian? I don't think so. I don't know. I really want to get into the top half. I want to get, I think Will Anderson Jr. is the guy, or maybe Brian Breesy or Brian Breeze. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I think one of those 2 guys are game changers for us. So I want to get one of those 2 picks. That's for sure. That is for sure. But the re-signed players, we have players ready to negotiate contracts. We have a lot of money. Jonathan Jones is interested. Damian Harris, Jacoby Myers. Okay, we got a lot of guys. Let's start at the back and figure out guys that we aren't going to bring back. Joe Cardona, I do love you, but since Madden doesn't have a long snapper position in the game, we don't need you. So you can leave. You can leave. We only got you because of that trade with the Buccaneers. Yadni Kajus can leave. Raekwon McMillan. I do like Raekwon. I really do. We'll go player friendly. No, we'll go just regular player friendly and see if he likes that. He's happy to come back. Okay, perfect. Let's bring back Jonathan Jones. He's on a cheap contract. We can get player friendly with him. He says the offer is perfect. Jacoby Myers, I'd like to bring back. His offer is a little bit more expensive. We'll see what he says to that. Offer is perfect. Nelson Aguilar, I might trade. Jabril Peppers, he's probably going to have to be the starting free safety for us, at least for year number 2. And he's happy to sign and come back. That's good. Isaiah Wynn, I'd like to bring back on a player-friendly contract. He thinks free agency is a better option, so we could franchise tag Isaiah Wynn. Nick Folk, I mean, I guess. Doesn't really matter if we bring him back or not. He appreciates the offer, but he's going to go to free agency. Well, we're not going to tag a kicker. Everybody else can just, I guess, leave. I don't really care about the rest of them except for Damian Harris. That's just a lot of money for Damian Harris. I do like Damian Harris. I like what he does. I'm going to franchise tag Isaiah Wynn. I'm going to use my franchise tag on Isaiah Wynn. And we're probably going to trade a couple of players here. We're going to trade Nelson Aguilar. Free up some money there. And maybe even trade Damian Harris. I don't know. But Nelson Aguilar will get traded. We'll see what the offers we can get. Is there good offers? Tim Patrick for the Broncos. Donovan Smith is interesting. Kenneth Murray. Fidarian Mathis. Channing Tindall. Kenneth Gainwell. Michael Carter. DeAndre Swift. Ooh. That could be our replacement for Damian Harris. DeAndre Swift. Terrell Edmonds. Wow, okay. I might just go DeAndre Swift straight up. Or Christian Watson. No, let's go DeAndre Swift. That's too good of an offer to pass up. And now I don't feel as bad trading Damian Harris. What can we get for Damian Harris? Kyler Gordon, Von Bell, Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is interesting. Jedrick Willis. We get Kendrick Bourne back. Isaiah Simmons, Sky Moore, Kwity Paye, Brian Robertson Jr., Avonte Maddox, Brandon Ayuk, Andrew Thomas. We can get some good players. Some good young players. Romeo Doubs. Man, the Packers are just willing to get rid of both of their young rookie wide receivers. That's funny. Pete Werner, John Mechie, and Jerry Hughes. Wow, okay, so there's some interesting offers here. The one that intrigues me the most, other than this Giants one with Andrew Thomas, is the, if I can find it again, the Browns with Jedrick Willis or Gabe Davis with the Bills. That one really does intrigue me. I feel like it's too hard to pass up on a young Gabe Davis. Although, maybe I can make my own trade and get Gabe Davis in a draft pick. That might be asking a little bit too much. But if we could snag Gabe Davis and a draft pick, that would be awesome. That'd be really, really cool. So if we get like Gabe Davis in a third for Damian Harris, we can. I might have been able to get a second. I don't know. But we just traded some huge players to get some huge players. Is there anybody else that I want to trade? Now we got to re-sign DeAndre Swift and Gabe Davis next season. But I think I can just let everybody else go. I guess I can see what we can get for Dejuan Williams. I'll throw him in the trade. If we can't get anything good for him, then I'll just let him go. But we will throw him into the trade and see if we can get anything good for him. Also, maybe Trent Williams we throw into a trade. Dejuan Williams, what can we get for you? Probably nothing good. Anthony McFarland, Anthony Schwartz, Jalen Watson, Percy Butler, Channing Tindall. Again. Channing Tindall might be the best one. Although there's Romeo Doubs, Shai Smith, OJ Howard, Jordan Hicks. You know what? Let me get Romeo Doubs out here. And we get Jonathan Garvin, I guess. I'll take Romeo Doubs for a corner that I wasn't going to sign back. So we're adding to this wide receiver room. A young wide receiver in Romeo Doubs. We can move to the next phase of the offseason, which is free agency. We love to see it. All right, here we go. Upgrade players. Romeo Doubs gets an upgrade point, and we are going to make sure that it is playmaker that we are going to upgrade. He's up to a 76 overall, 75 normally, but he's playing up with the morale. And he only has normal development. That's kind of depressing, but whatever. I want to take a look at this new look offense though before we jump into free agency because we know who's going to be in free agency. So what kind of stuff are we going to need? We have a new running back in DeAndre Swift. We have a new number 1 in Gabe Davis, Jacoby Myers, Tyquan Thornton, Devontae Parker's still here, and then now Romeo Doubs. Hunter Henry's up to superstar development. I just noticed that. Defensively, Matt Judon drops down to star. Nobody else has gone up, I don't think. Juwan Bentley's star. Maybe that changed, I think. Adrian Phillips is star as well. This defense definitely needs some sort of change. I just don't know what it is. Don't know what it is that needs to be changed. Devontae Parker might get traded too. Devontae Parker might get traded. We have a decent amount of money. We have 60-something million in cap space, 62 million. So let's go to the quarterback position. We don't need a quarterback. I'm going to stick with Mac for the next season. Running back, Devin Singletary from the Bills. To have him paired alongside DeAndre Swift. 5-year deal is pretty expensive. I'm not really feeling that. Maybe a 2-year contract. He's looking for about 30 million. I'm not looking to pay him 30 million, but I'll pay him a decent bonus. 2 years. We'll see how that does. Nobody's offering him. If somebody does go in on him, then we'll have to reevaluate. Wide receivers, Juju's here. Odell is here. Mecole Hardman. I like what our wide receiver room looks like right now. Although I'm still thinking about trading Devontae Parker. Mecole Hardman's very interested. Juju's even very interested. So is Odell. One team is interested in Juju. Nobody's interested in Odell. If I could get Odell on a really cheap contract, maybe like a 2-year deal, that's not like super expensive, just to have him as a veteran coming in and maybe leading the team a little bit. 2.5 million, and then saving some money here by making like a $2 million contract. He doesn't like that at all. Maybe he signs it. I don't know. Tight end, Mike Gesicki. Dawson Knox isn't really interested. We'll see what happens there. Left tackle, left guard, no. Center, Eric McCoy. But I like David Andrews. Elton Jenkins, but he's not really interested. Left end, D tackle. Right end, Yannick Ngakoue, outside linebacker. Middle linebacker, Rashaan Evans, Blake Martinez, Jayon Brown. Levante David is here, but he's 33 and he doesn't really have any interest in coming here. Corners, there's Sean Murphy Bunting, Bryce Callahan, Greedy Williams, Amani Oruwariye, Cameron Sutton. I wouldn't hate Cameron Sutton on the team. We'll offer him a 1-year contract, see if he accepts that. Free safety, there's Logan Ryan. We can bring Logan Ryan back. Strong safety is not it. Kicker, punter. I've targeted 3 guys. We're probably not going to get Odell Beckham Jr. We're probably going to get Cameron Sutton. The best player on the board is Mike Gesicki. Do we need another tight end? We have Hunter Henry, who's superstar development, but do we need another tight end after that? And Elton Jenkins is really intriguing too. A very player-friendly deal, or just a regular player-friendly deal for Elton Jenkins. We jump ahead of the Broncos, who are interested in him. Who's the best guy available? Doesn't have anybody interested in him. A lot of guys. Mecole Hardman doesn't have anybody interested, but I'm not interested in Mecole Hardman, I don't think. Graham Gano. I think we just save our money, really. I don't think that there's a whole lot of guys that I'm interested in. If we get Elton Jenkins, cool. If we get Odell, cool. We're probably not going to get him. Devin Singletary and Cameron Sutton. Is there a linebacker? The only other thing that I would go for is a linebacker, probably. But I just don't think there's a linebacker here that I want to spend money on. Definitely not Blake Martinez or Rashaan Evans. Not anybody here. And then on right outside linebacker, Justin Hollins, not really. Yeah, there's just not a linebacker that I want. So we will see what happens there. I will go back into that because I didn't mean to exit out of that. And I think we'll just save our money. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll go with targeted. We will go evaluate offers. And it looks like we got a couple of guys, my signings. We signed Elton Jenkins and we signed Cameron Sutton. That's big. That is big because we can move Elton Jenkins to a guard spot and then trade one of our guards. So that is big. And we got Cameron Sutton to be another big-time corner for us. We'll use another one of that. Did we get... Ooh, we didn't get Devin Singletary. He must have signed somewhere else. Devin Singletary signs with the Seahawks. Okay. So that saves a little bit of money. Darrell Henderson. Is there another good running back here? Sonny Michel we could bring back. That could be pretty funny. Benny Snell. Sonny Michel. Can I get him on a 1-year deal? I'm not interested in paying him a lot. But if he wants to come back, then I'd be fine with that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. No. Shut up. I didn't mean to do that. I hit the wrong button. I wanted to hit this. There we go. Evaluate the contracts. We did sign Sonny Michel. All right. Did we sign Odell Beckham Jr.? Did he take... he's still in discussions. You know what? Let's just withdraw our offer. We're not going to be able to... I didn't want to pay him anyway. We're not going to be able to sign him. So we are going to move on. We still have $38.6 million to spend in cap space. I'm fine with that. And I think we're going to move Elton Jenkins to right guard or maybe left guard. Left guard, we have Cole Strange, so we're going to keep him there. Right guard, we have Michael Onwenu. So we're probably going to trade Michael Onwenu. Let's do this and move you, edit player, Elton Jenkins to right guard. There we go. Save changes. And he becomes, oops, other way. He becomes an 88 overall right guard. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You love to see it. We're probably going to have to trade Trent Brown now that I think about it. He's just aging at this point. Adjust lineup. Just lineup. We got Trent Brown. He's aging with the morale as well. Now we got Elton Jenkins in there. Isaiah Wynn. David Andrews. Cole Strange. The defense doesn't look much better, but we still got the draft to think about, so that's interesting. This is where it gets tricky, boys. This is where it gets tricky. Do we make a trade and trade Trent Brown, or do we trade up in the draft is another thing. Because I really want, Will Anderson. I really do. Trent Brown. Is Trent Brown the guy that gets us the pick, or is Trent Brown the guy that gets us another left tackle? Hold on. Let me see what the offers are. I'm curious about the offers. Okay, so we can actually get some decent offers for Trent Brown. Anything worthwhile? Doesn't look like it. Miles Jack could be cool, but nothing really that I'm interested in. Because I want to see if I can get a younger D-tackle. Or not D-tackle, left tackle. Garrett Bowles is 31 and expensive. Jedrick Willis. They were already offering Jedrick Willis in a trade for somebody else. So could I get Jedrick Willis for Trent Brown? I know it's a little bit of a drop in overall, but Jedrick Willis is cheaper. Is he on a expiring contract? He might be. Contract and awards. Yeah, he's on an expiring contract, so we'd have to pay him next season. So maybe he's not the move. Although if it comes back that he is the best option available, then we might have to do that. Teron Armstead, Jordan Mailata, Andrew Thomas. They were offering Andrew Thomas. Is Andrew Thomas on an expiring contract? His contract, yeah, he's also on his end of his rookie deal. So whoever we go for in terms of those two guys, we'd have to pay. Ikema Kwanyu could be cool. Colton Miller's a little bit too expensive for my taste. Trevor Penning, Henry Tunsil, Taylor Lewan, Christian Darrisaw. Okay. So either we'd have to pay Jedrick Willis, or we'd have to pay... Who was the other one? Jedrick Willis or Andrew Thomas. And I think that I'd rather pay Jedrick Willis. And plus, they were already offering to trade him away. So if I could get somehow a second-round pick in Jedrick Willis, probably not going to happen. They can't afford it. So they have to give me some money back. Well, who costs you a decent amount of money that I would want? David Njoku? Would you be willing to... I'd take David Njoku. He doesn't cost too much money. And he'd be a cool player for us. But now we probably can't get a draft pick out of it. Unless I can get a fourth. Trade offer declined. I'll try a second. How much does this drop it down to? That doesn't actually drop it down that much. We can't throw another player into the deal. We have to throw a pick. So I'll throw a third-round pick in Trent Brown. to the Cleveland Browns. That's declined. And then we'll throw a 3rd round pick next year. Ooh, really close. What about if I take this out and I go 3rd round pick next year, and then we go 3rd round pick this year? Trade offers declined, but I could probably get that 4th. One of their 4ths. So a 3rd round pick next year. Ooh, okay, that didn't work actually. Interesting. But I could give you a 5th from this year. Really? I don't want to give you... I have 2 4ths. I guess I could give you one of my 4ths. Because we'd be getting one back. And unfortunately, we can't... Because it would put us over the salary cap. Oh, interesting. What about just this straight up then? It'll still put him over the salary cap. Well, do you have to give me a player back again? Who do you have that's like cheap? Anthony Schwartz, David Bell. Give me David Bell. Does that work? That doesn't even work. Well, do I have to get rid of the draft pick then? They don't feel like they'd be giving up enough. Or they don't feel like they're giving up enough. Well, then take David Bell out. And what does this do? Trade offers declined. Well, I can't give you a draft pick because you said that it doesn't work like that. So do I have to give you a cheap player? I could give you Pierre Strong. You like that? Trade offer declined. He doesn't do it for him. Who do I give them? We'd be getting back a tight end, so I guess I could give them... Actually, I can't give them Jonnu because that'd put him way over the cap. Who could I give them that doesn't cost much? Anthony Jennings? They like that, but it'd put him over the salary cap. Well, now you give me David Bell. Not Anthony Schwartz, David Bell. This should work, right? Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. What about if you get a 2nd round? I'll give you a 7th round pick. I will give you a freaking 7th round pick. If you say it's over the cap space, I'm gonna kill you. Unfortunately, we can't consider it. Oh my God, just take the deal. I don't care anymore. Just give me Isaiah Zuber. I don't care. Take the deal. Trade decline. What is it gonna take? I can't do this. I'm mentally gonna die right now. I'm mentally going to pass away. Do the Giants have cap space? The Giants have a ton of cap space. Give me Andrew Thomas. I don't freaking care anymore. I was hoping to get a good player in what's his face. I don't care. They have a ton of cap space. Give me all of your picks. That didn't work. I didn't think it would. But I'll give you a 3rd round pick. That didn't work either. I'll give you a 2nd round pick next year. That didn't work. Okay, we probably can't get a 1st round pick. Can I get a 2nd round pick? I can, so I can get Andrew Thomas and a 2nd round pick from the Giants, and we get a pretty good player in Andrew Thomas. Okay, but now that wasn't even like the big trade that I wanted to do. I wanted to trade up in the draft is what I wanted to do. So are we gonna have to trade we have pick 15. I think we can trade up from pick 15. But who do we trade up with? I want to get Will Anderson, so we're gonna have to jump into like the top 4. Who has a top 4 pick? Jaguars have 8, 7, 5, 2 for the Titans, 3 for the Vikings. Who's got all the picks? There's the Dolphins. Dolphins have pick 4. Eagles have pick 6. Would the Dolphins be willing to trade back? They would be willing to trade back. How about if I threw them a player that I don't want anymore? Like Devontae Parker. Would they take Devontae Parker back? No, they won't take Devontae Parker back. What about if I throw the 1st round pick and Devontae Parker? Or maybe a 2nd round pick and Devontae Parker. Could I finesse that? No, that's not going to work. Okay. It's going to have to be a 1st. I figured it would have to be a 1st. 1st round pick. I'll keep Devontae Parker for now. Who else do I want to throw them? Lawrence Guy, I guess. Or Anthony Jennings. I'll throw you Anthony Jennings. That's almost done. And then I just throw them another draft pick, maybe like one of my, or a 5th round pick. I guess I go up to a 4. I don't really want to, but I guess I'm gonna have to. I'll go up to a 4. I'll even go up to that higher 4. It's gonna have to be a 3rd probably. I'll give you my other 3rd. That didn't even get it done. I guess I'll give you the higher 3rd. Wow, that took a lot. So our 1st round pick, number 15, a 3rd round pick this year, and Anthony Jennings just to move up to the number 4 pick. I really hope that Willie Anderson doesn't get taken. I hope he doesn't get taken in the first 3 picks, because that's going to be pretty awkward if he does. Because I just gave up a decent amount to get him, or to get into the position to get him. We have the mock draft. Let's see if there is a change. So, okay, so they already have us projected to take Willie Anderson. That's awesome. You love to see it, because that's who I want. That is my go-to guy. That is the guy that I think is going to be the best. So we are going to go we're going to keep the $39.9 million in cap space for next season, because next season is going to be Justin Herbert, unless he does his thing. Andrew Thomas, he's shown a lot of talent. He might warrant a long-term extension. I'm not going to pick up his 5th-year option. Should I? I'll pick up his 5th-year option. In case, yeah, we'll go ahead and pick up his 5th-year option. This will postpone his contract negotiations for 1 year. I'm fine with that. I didn't want to pay him. Not right now, at least. All right, we'll go to free agency recap. I think we did enough in free agency to maybe make the playoffs. We just have to see some development from our receivers. That's the main thing. And from Mac Jones, too. But I do like the way the offensive line looks like now. Let me take the look at the mock draft. It still has us taking Will Anderson. So the first 3 or the first 4 are pretty much guaranteed. I'm hoping that's how it stays. Because I really want Will Anderson. Private workouts. I'll put Will Anderson on the private workout. I'll put... where did Brian Reese go? Or Brian Brees? Where's he at? There he is. He's all the way down here. He fell. Noah Sewell. Michael Mayer from Notre Dame. I'll put him on the list. Sure, we might as well. Who cares? Who cares? We'll put him on the list. He's a pretty good prospect. We'll see how that looks. And we'll go to next week. We got the NFL draft. We've got the NFL draft. I wonder if I could trade Devontae Parker for a 1st round pick. That'd probably be asking a little bit too much, right? Could I trade Devontae Parker for a 1st round pick? I don't think I could. But I'll try. It'd have to be a really late 1st round pick. Like the Bengals at pick 28. Maybe the Bucks at pick 24. Cowboys at pick 23. What's that say? They're in over the salary cap. Everybody's over the freaking salary cap. No surprise. What pick do the Eagles have? They have a lot of money. They have pick 6 and pick 26. Okay, since they have 2 1st round picks, they might be more willing to trade it. Devontae Parker. They need a right guard, and we just got a new right guard in Elton Jenkins. But I do like having that depth there. Dietrich Wise. Lawrence Guy. I'll give you Lawrence Guy. That didn't really move it the way that I wanted it to. I got to go back and get rid of Devontae Parker because I didn't mean to. Left guard. They need a left guard. We have Cole Strange. I don't want to trade Cole Strange, that's for sure. They need a QB. What happened to Jalen Hurts? I'll give you Bailey Zappi. Kind of worked. They're kind of interested by him. What about a 4th round pick? What about a higher 4th round? No, it's probably going to take a 3rd, isn't it? I'll try a 4th round pick. I could try a 3rd round pick next year, I guess. That almost worked. What about a 3rd round pick next year? Ooh, that's so close. 3rd round pick this year? Oh, so close. So close. I just don't want to give up my 2 2nd round picks for an extra 1st. I don't think that's a good idea. But I could give them Ramondre Stevenson. They really like Ramondre Stevenson. The offer is just going to cut it. It's at the very edge, and they didn't want it? It's at the very edge, and they didn't want it? What about my 4th round pick? Trade offers accepted. Devontae Parker, Ramondre Stevenson on 4th gets us a 2nd first-round pick. Maybe that puts us in position to get one of those players a little bit later in the draft. That's awesome. Maybe a Jackson Smith and Jigba if he falls. Start drafting. Falcons are up first. The draft board is as follows. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Kayshon Boutte, or Booty, however you want to pronounce his name, Jalen Carter, and then Will Anderson. All right. We know what we have to do. Will it fall our way? I hope so. First pick. Bryce Young will be the new quarterback in Atlanta. Houston's up. They take Jalen Carter at number 2. The Vikings take CJ Stroud, and Will Anderson will fall to us at 4. That is beautiful. I'm not wasting any more time. He is my guy. He has solid speed. He's a great athlete. He looks good enough, and he's got 88 acceleration. He looks like a stud. He's going to be a stud. Will Anderson Jr. is here. A finesse moves, a hit power, a block shed. We know all about Mr. Will Anderson. And now we have pick 26 as well, thanks to the Eagles? Yeah, Eagles. Kayshon Boutte goes to the Seahawks. Eagles take Eli Ricks. Zion Nelson goes. Jackson Smith and Jigba goes to the Jaguars. They have his college as Abilene Christian instead of Ohio State. Florida quarterback Anthony Richardson goes to the Giants. Nolan Smith. There goes Brian Breeze, however you say his name, to Chicago. I was hoping that he might fall to us, but I didn't think he would. Although he was kind of dipping in the draft a little bit. There goes Will Levis. Noah Sewell. Keely Ringo. Paris Johnson Jr. And our pick is coming up pretty soon. There goes Michael Mayer to the Texans. Broderick Jones. Henry To'oto. And Malachi Moore. So now we're here with our 2nd first-round pick. And Bijan Robinson's here. Peter Skaronsky's here. Miles Murphy. Kenny McIntosh. Dejuan Jones. Could be cool. Marvin Mims from Oklahoma. Jordan Addison. There's some good players here. There's some good players at the end of the first round here. I'm going to take a look at Dejuan Jones. What is his stats looking like? We know that he's a solid player in real life. He's got A impact block, A lead block, A run block, finesse. He looks like a good player. What about Jordan Addison? Former Biletnikoff winner. He has good speed, 4.4, A deep route running. He's got F catching though? F catching for Jordan Addison? Really? That's a little bit disrespectful. What about Peter Skaronsky? Peter Skaronsky has good physicals. Could be a solid player. Bijan Robinson, Texas running back, hook 'em horns. Only marginal speed. I don't know. Maybe we trade back. Maybe we trade back in the draft. This is the advantage that having 2 first-round picks gives us. People are willing to give me a lot of picks. We're looking for 2023 first-round picks if we're going to get a first-round pick. Probably. We can move back 1 pick and then end up getting an extra 3rd. Or we could get a first-round pick from the Rams and also get a 3rd second-round pick next year, which could be actually probably the best idea. Yeah, that Rams deal is looking pretty good right now. We'd be getting a first-round pick next year and a 3rd-round pick this year, or a 2nd-round pick this year. I think I'm going to do that Rams deal. So we move out of the first round. We get another first-round pick next year, which is going to be useful for next episode. And we now have 3 second-round picks. 3 second-round picks. Bijan Robinson goes to the Bengals. Robert Scott, Miles Murphy, Isaiah Foskey. All right, now we go into the 2nd round. There goes Dejuan Jones. Antonio Johnson. We're coming up pretty soon here. Jarrett Patterson from Notre Dame. Emmanuel Forbes. Tanner McKee. And now we're up. And we have 3 second-round picks. So this is where we make our money. We still have Marvin Mims, Jordan Addison, Josh Downs. There's Tank Bigsby, who we took a look at, but he doesn't look that great. Zach Harrison. Tyler Davis from Clemson doesn't look amazing. What kind of stuff are we looking for here? We're probably looking for defense more than anything. So is there like a really good corner that we haven't seen yet? Joey Porter Jr. Does he have good speed? He has decent speed. His stats are nothing special. What about Cam Smith? His stats aren't anything special either. Clark Phillips, no. What about free safeties slash strong safeties? Ronnie Hickman doesn't look amazing. Jalen Catalon has decent physicals. His awareness is kind of buns. Other than that, he doesn't look horrible. Jalen Catalon is an option. What about more linebackers? So far, there's not one that really stands out to me. D-tackle, Byron Young. Is Byron Young good enough? Probably not. Jerry Rhodes, TJ Hunter, Zach Harrison. I'm not seeing a whole lot here in the second round. I am a little bit intrigued by that free safety, Jalen Catalon. Eric Gilbert, vertical threat. 6'5", he has elite agility. Poor acceleration, though. Eric Gilbert looks pretty good. Maybe we come back for Eric Gilbert. I want to take that free safety, though. Jalen Catalon, I think he could be pretty good for us. So out of Arkansas, we're going to take him. He's only normal development, but he's got pretty decent stats, it looks like. 88 excel, 88 agility, 88 change of direction. He looks like a solid player. The normal development kind of sucks a little bit. But I do want to take that tight end next. There goes Byron Young. Cam Smith goes to the Cardinals. Marvin Mims. And, okay, so I think that I want to take that tight end. I don't think Jordan Addison's the guy. He just doesn't look that great. His catching's an F, too. I mean, that's tough. Eric Gilbert, I think, could be pretty good for us. He's got good stuff. He's hidden development. Okay. 6'5" out of Georgia. Eric Gilbert looks pretty good. 80 speed. All right. 86 agility. Another hidden development player at tight end. I'd say that's a little bit of a W right there. We'll go to next user pick. And we might have to start trading out of these picks because I don't think there's anything else for us here. Tank Bigsby is still here. So is Zach Harrison. And Zach Harrison just doesn't have the stats that I'm looking for. I would like to draft him. Tank Bigsby, decent speed, not fast enough. They recommended him, but I'm just not feeling it. I am not feeling it. What about this guy? Ryan Hayes has okay stats. He has pretty decent stats for a left tackle. Clark Phillips. Man, there's really not a whole lot left here. Akeem Dent. You know what? I'll take Zach Harrison. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's probably going to be normal development. But I will take Zach Harrison because we do need a pass rusher. Oh, he's actually hidden development. It's probably star. But 90 acceleration, 83 speed, 88 strength. All right, we'll give Zach Harrison a chance. At least he's hidden development, so that could be something. That could actually turn out to be star development. He could be a good pass rusher for us. But we're into the third round now. And Zay Flowers is here. Deontay Demus Jr. He's a physical 6'4" wide receiver out of Maryland. Poor speed. You never want to see that out of a wide receiver. Yeah, whatever I thought he could have been, he's not going to be. You never want to see poor speed out of a wide receiver. I think, unless Daniel Saucedo turns out to be something, solid speed. D play rec is not great. He isn't as good as I thought he was going to be. I think I might just move on unless we take Ronnie Hickman, who I do enjoy at Ohio State. He's got hidden development, 90 acceleration, 91 agility, and 87 change direction, 87 speed. Good for Ronnie. I might have to change it because he's got longer hair than that. So if I can get him longer hair, that could be pretty cool. But we've only missed on one player so far, and that was our second round pick. And that's not really a miss because he's still a solid player. He just doesn't have hidden development. Is there any Ohio State players left? I might just start taking Ohio State players at this point. Let's see. Who else is good, though? Is there anybody else good? We probably need to get a D tackle. I don't think we've taken one yet, have we? Actually, let's go to running back. Is there a really fast running back? Sean Tucker. He ran 4.6. He's got poor speed. What about... who else is left? Not really looking for it. What about quarterbacks? Hendon Hooker's here. DJ Uiagalelei. Spencer Rattler. Okay. Little improviser Hendon Hooker. 23 years old. Doesn't look great. What about DJ Uiagalelei? Does he look better? He's got poor speed. 4.97. Yeah, DJ don't look that great. DJ don't look that great. Tyler Van Dyke, Spencer Rattler, George McKenzie. I might want to take a little flyer on Hendon Hooker. Let's take Hendon Hooker. Sure, why not? Get another quarterback on the board. 87 throw power, 83 excel, 83 agility. Hey, you know what? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the 4th round. There's not really anybody else I'm very intrigued by. Might as well start taking some shots. Might as well start taking some shots. This Nick Rose guy, we probably do need to get a D tackle. So let's go to D tackle and look here. So we got Nick Rose, we've got George Penn, we got this guy with a name that we can't see. Block, shed, finesse. Let's take Nick Rose. He's been on the board for a little bit. Let's just take Nick Rose. 88 strength, not looking great. Whatever. We're not looking for anything amazing at this point. If we do hit a diamond in the rough, it is what it is. I don't think we will hit a diamond in the rough, but whatever. Harold Newton at strong safety, another corner. Is there another corner that's good? Doesn't look like it. What about a wide receiver that's fast? Is there a wide receiver that's fast? Playmaker, slot receiver. Kanata Mumfield? Are you fast? No, you have poor speed. How are you a slot receiver and have poor speed? There's Ronnie Bell from Michigan. Does Ronnie Bell have good speed? He has great speed, 4.4. His skills are not amazing. He doesn't look that great. You know what? I think we just trade out of this. I think we just trade out of the rest of these picks. I don't think we're going to find anything amazing in the draft. And I don't want to just take somebody just because. So we'll take a 5th round pick from the Bengals next year. Thank you for that, Cincinnati. I appreciate your hard work and your dedication. Now we have a 7th round pick, and we will trade this pick away as well. But we got our main guy. And that was Will Anderson. So that was the goal there. And we will simulate to the end of the draft, and that is going to be the end of the first episode here in the 10-year dynasty. I know it's a little bit of a lengthy one, but I didn't want to do much cutting because I just wanted to show you guys the entire process and stuff. So we end up getting Will Anderson. He's an 80 overall. Catalan is a 73. Gilbert's a 73. Zach Harrison is a 72, but then we get a 69. Hendon Hooker's a 60. Nick Rose is a 63. Okay, so how about the rest of these players around the league? NFL highest overall player. We actually picked up the highest rated player, 80 overall, Will Anderson. Bijan Robinson, we had a chance to draft him. Jackson Smith and Jigba's good. We knew that. Bryce Young is a 78. CJ Stroud's a 77. Okay. But we picked up the best player in the class, so I mean, that's pretty much a W for me. I'd say that is a W for me, and that's going to end the first full season here in New England. We didn't make the playoffs, but I think we did get a little bit better. We also saved some money, saved some cap space for this season, for next episode, which we are probably going to have to use to spend. And that's going to do it for the episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know down below, like I said at the very beginning of the video, if there's any other team, once we get done with this 10-year series with the Patriots, if there's any other team you want to see me do 10 years with, then I certainly will try and do that. But let me know down below what you think. If you enjoyed, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.